What's up, Internet? Alright, quick little side note here. My understanding of Japanese, at least the written language, is practically non-existent. I'm prefacing this because this entire thing is a small series of games that I just picked up on the Japanese PSN because they weren't available in North America. The first game that I picked up was one that I actually knew about and incited all of this. But the other four that I picked up, I picked at random. So here's hoping that I didn't pick a series of visual novels or text-heavy RPGs. But let's get into it. So this is Lovely Sweet Dream LSD. It's a first-person walking around dream exploration thing, and we're just going to play a little bit of this. This is probably, I imagine, the least interesting to watch out of all of them, but here I am in my little house, and basically I just walk around and look at stuff. But if you come into contact with anything, like this wall here, the screen will change and it will teleport you. Basically, your dream progresses as you touch different stuff and explore the dream. So now we're in this weird little township. So let's look around and see what's going on. Now this all looks fairly average, but trying to avoid walking into that wall. But the neat thing about this game is, as it progresses, the music and textures and set pieces will all get swapped around. So over the course of me playing this game for however long I choose to, after this recording, I'll probably end up walking through this town several times, but everything will start looking different through every experience. And run button! Awesome! So yeah, I picked up a few Japanese PSN games at random. I have no idea what I've got, with the exception of this one. This one is the reason I did this. Oh, neat. I'm going to touch the drum. So, here's hoping that they aren't completely awful and this is a colossal waste of everyone's time. And where am I now? Whoa! Giant fish. Alright. Really giant fish. I want to touch this and see where it goes. Like that. This game actually does have a bit of a survival horror type thing. Like, a lot of this turns really surreal really quickly. And there's actually one sort of enemy character that will actually spawn at random and just start stalking you. But hopefully we won't run into him. I think a single night in this game... What the hell? It's a flying lady. Let's look down. Let's look up. Yep, that's a flying lady, alright. Every dream lasts about 10 minutes, so this probably won't be too long. I wonder if she'll come down again. Nope, I guess she's gone forever. Oh well. So we'll probably only do one night of dreaming, and then move to the next game. But, what is this? Moving statues. Where are you gonna take me? It's fairly... what? Huh. Giant death pit. Whoa! And... is that an elephant? You can die in this game, like falling through a hole or getting touched by the stalker enemy will kill you. Yeah, that's a giant flying elephant. This game is weird, but I kind of dig it. It has that sort of surrealist, actual dream-like experience. That's the neat thing about this game, is it was actually a 3-part collection. It came with a book and an audio CD, as well as this game. And again, this game's why I did this whole Japanese PSN thing. Because if I actually wanted to buy this as a physical copy, I'd have to buy a Japanese PS1 to play it on, first of all. But that would be the easy part, as buying a physical copy about this actually costs about $400. That is a shark. I will touch the shark. So it's just cheaper to go on Japanese PSN and pay like $8 for a copy. And then I got a couple other random games too, so. Okay, we're at a mini around the world sightseeing tour garden place. Ooh, windmill. Where does this take me? This is entirely exploratory, it's very neat. That is a bipedal ox. And the more weird stuff you touch, like the weirder every area gets. It's quite a neat game. Where the hell? I'm on Mars, apparently. Is that a giant rock person? That is in fact a giant rock person. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun with this game. I don't know, maybe I'll record more adventures of LSD for the hell of it. But yeah, this game is sort of weirdly procedurally generated. A lot of areas are pre-made set pieces, but they swap out everything. Including like the soundtrack and like the walls. Like the walls look like regular rock right now, but later they might be made of people's faces or something. What is that? That is a lion. Those are 2 lions. Uh-oh. And that's the dream chart. Apparently we had a fairly standard dream. It wasn't terribly interesting, or positive, or negative, or anything. And that's the end of the first night. So I will save this, and I will hop into a new game. Alright, second game. It's something made by Treasure and Enix. I like both of those companies, so this could be interesting. I will take option 1. And character select, I'll be generic blue hair guy. Okay. Okay. What am I playing? Okay, it's a fighting game? This is interesting. Ow. I'm gonna keep throwing this thing. See what that does. Oh. This is a neat aesthetic. I really like this whole, ooh, it's all shiny now. Eat it! Haha. Giant death lasers. This is cool. This is, it's kind of Power Stone-esque, a little bit. I kind of dig that. Oh, it's been forever since I played Power Stone. Like, it's a fighting game, but it's not heavily reliant on your characters fighting so much as it is using their environments and all the wacky, crazy stuff around it to, just kick ass. Giant death lasers of smiley faceness. I like it. Okay, let's see if I can... Ooh, I want to pick this up. Ugh. And then break it! Seems like the smiley face is kind of like the ultimate weapon. Sort of like, from what I can tell, kind of like the Smash Ball from Smash Brothers. That's kind of neat. I'll do another round. That was a little short. I guess I'm going after Green Ninja guy now. And I choose to think it's from the guy from Guardian Heroes, since that was also made by Treasure. Treasure's never made a game I didn't like. They made the fantastically awesome Mischief Makers, which I still haven't beaten because of that one stupid level. It was entirely button mashing. Oh crap. Oh. Yeah, there's a little bit of slowdown here, that's a little bit annoying, but this is definitely a neat game, if nothing else. I really like the sort of crayon aesthetic it's got going on there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Kirby 3, and I like Kirby 3, except for the obtuse puzzles. Ow. I will take the killer death volleyball. Death volleyballs! Oh, that was quick. Alright, one more match. I gotta try and balance it out a little bit. A guy in a box and more of those orange dudes. Alright, let's do this. No, they're all orange dudes. Some just like to wear trash cans, I guess. Eat the smiley face of death. Go get him, Evil Otto. Now I want to play Berserk. Ow. Maybe they just trying to bring Evil Otto back or something. I wonder if everyone's actually thought of making another Berserk. I know there was Frenzy, which was the actual sequel to Berserk, and that was a neat game. It was basically just Berserk, but with more stuff in it. I just instant-killed, like, everything. My Evil Otto death beam. That was awesome. Yeah, this is special. And I don't think this was actually released in North America. I'm pretty familiar with... I'm not sure what I just did, but that was awesome. And I guess that's it. On to game 3. Game number 3. Panzer Bandit, apparently. Let's check this out. Start. Alrighty. What do we got? Please don't tell me it's a... I will be this person, I guess. I'm really hoping this isn't a visual novel of some kind. And they did that thing where X is O and O is X. That's always screwed me up. I think Metal Gear did that too, and that really pissed me off. Yes, I will be generic blue hair guy. Who looks a little bit like the guy from Robotrek, if he had blue hair. Okay. This doesn't look like a visual novel. That's good. I will go here. I think this is level select. Alright, what do we got? Stage 2, apparently. I skipped ahead. Oh! Oh, it's a beat 'em up. Cool. Oh, and it's got, leveling. Like, you can hop between levels of a flat plane. That's cool. This actually reminds me, in terms of how everything looks a little bit hand-drawn, reminds me a little bit of... Oh, cool, I've got magic. Yes, now this really reminds me of Guardian Heroes. And I like Guardian Heroes, so it's a kick-ass game. So Guardian Heroes had something like 30 playable characters, although that's not technically true. There's like 5 of them you can play in main story. The rest were all for like the arenas, which I think cheaped out the entire experience. But that's just me wanting to play as the final boss in the story mode, just for the sake of having fun. So this is kind of neat. Let's see. Okay. It's a giant face. Oh! It's a Met. In a mech. Punch, 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 kick. And kick. And lightning shot. This is neat. I'm sure there's a lot more to actually fighting with, you know, skill, and I'm sucking wind, but I'm having fun with this. This is cool. Really digging the backgrounds too. Like they've got that whole sort of prismatic stained glass look combined with a technological look. Pretty neat. Now we're in a dungeon of some kind. I have no idea what's going on, but who cares? It's fun. Oh crap, don't throw me. They sound like the Lancers from Mischief Makers. Punch, kick. Digging the explosions too. Oh crap. Okay, you're not supposed to fall off the edge. Got it. Or maybe I was and this is a different level? I don't know. Give me your mech. Hey, there's a thing over there. Give me the thing. There's health. And there's money too, so I wonder if that's just for points or if I can like buy upgraded skills or something. Kinda like, what was it? Oh crap, no, it's Shadows over Mystara. It had upgradable equipment, if memory serves. I'm gonna break the crates. Punch. They're not apples under trash cans, so that's a little bit disappointing. But that's just the Streets of Rage fan in me talking. Which I stand by being one of the best beat-em-ups ever. Really a big fan of the second one. But, yeah, Japanese PSN, it is radically different from the North American kind. Like, let's talk PS1 Classics, because that's all the games I bought were PS1 Classics. The North American one had, like, something like maybe 200 titles. The Japanese one had 700. And they had a lot of crazy stuff. And they had a ton of crazy stuff we did get in English that they won't release in the North American one. Like, Brave Fencer Musashi, which I really, really have got to play, but it would have been in Japanese, and I wouldn't have been able to enjoy the story of it, and that's a little disappointing. So I'm probably gonna have to wait on that. But, yeah, huge ass library. Boss fight. Ow. Yeah, PSN, radically different in Japanese. I don't know why they won't simply bring over some of them in North America. I know they've got some that have translated over, like, they brought the Japanese version of Gekio Shooting King. What it was called, Shenryu. And they had, Wolfang, which was a Japanese-only exclusive, which was quite a lot of fun. I really liked that game. That was interesting. There's a, shmup, but you were bound to the ground. And instead of getting, like, options, you got little extra people who would hang onto your mech and just shoot stuff. And you could fully design your mech. That was pretty cool. So, if you're into ground-based mech combat shmups... Uh-oh. Yes, I will continue. Pick up Wolfang. Not crazy expensive or anything. I've got 2 more games to play after this. No, thus far, having picked 2 of the 3 I've played thus far at random, I'm having a ton of fun with them. So I'm really... I'm both nervous and interested to see if the other ones I picked up were, like, just crappy, or if they were actually really good and I just somehow lucked out at picking at random. Which would be a first. I've never lucked out at anything. So, this could be interesting. But I think it's an experience, if nothing else, to just hop into something where you don't understand the language, any comprehensible level, and just sort of wing it and see what happens, as I did here. And, you know, thus far I'm experiencing a bunch of games I'm sure weren't released in English. They're actually a lot of fun. So, Panzer Bandit, kinda like Guardian Heroes. Not quite as good, but kinda like it. And now something's happening. Story that I can't understand. Stage clear. And with that, I'll see you in the next game. And here's part 4 of this 5-part odyssey with Slap Happy Rhythm Busters. A title that kind of frightens me. Also makes me think this is going to be a beat rhythm game, which means I'm going to suck. And they've made me a playable character. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I guess I'll play with myself. And now we get some weird comic book stuff. Don't forget to clean up, huh? Next music. Oh shit. This is a fighting game. I can honestly say I did not expect a fighting game. I'm also going to get my ass handed to me because I'm awful at fighting games. Ow. Jump, kick, kick. It also help if I knew the controls. Who am I kidding? No, it wouldn't. Punch, punch, kick, kick, punch, uppercut, uppercut. I can juggle. Well, you know what? I've got punch, kick, and jump. I'm doing better than 90% of every other fighting game I've ever played. Maybe my character's like the Cammy of this game or something. Or maybe I'm just channeling my own fighting instinct power, so I have to play as myself as a character. Ah, stupid bubblegum power. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, don't do that. Ow. And here's where things start going wrong. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. I can't do that, you jerk. Punch, punch, kick. Haha.
Winner.
Damn straight I win. I will take this roll on. I wonder if this is supposed to be telling some sort of weird coherent story that I'm just not picking up on. And it's in English, which is weird.
Fight.
Okay. I'm not hearing too much music here. Granted, I have to turn my TV down to play this, so I don't like, but maybe that's probably for the best. It's giving information on DJs and stuff. Which, okay, that was just mean. Oh, cool, I've got to grab. Grab! Haha! I'm slowly learning. I have no reference as to if this is a good fighting game or not, because I don't play too many fighting games. I started playing some last year. Before last year, I think the last fighting game I played was in '96. But last year I bought like 10 of them. I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat. That was a cool game. I was always more of a Mortal Kombat person as a kid anyway, but Mortal Kombat 9 actually had a really cool story. And I actually managed to figure out how to kind of play as a character. I got kind of good with Smoke and Melina. I kind of tried to figure out Melina. Ow. I never managed to beat, like, anyone in the original Mortal Kombat. Like, Goro was the thing of my nightmares, just because, God, he was such a cheap bastard. Uh-oh. Just time off! You couldn't attack me again, you... I'm gonna go after this thing because it doesn't look like Blanca and looks like an original character. Again, I'm not really getting any sort of coherent story aside from the fact there's a guy with a birdcage on his head and a cleaver. And maybe that's all you need. Meet the beat. He's a butcher. Okay. Go get him. Physical manifestation of what I actually look like. Punch, punch, punch. Uh-oh. Karate chop. Uppercut. Ow, 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 ow. Why can't I do stuff like that? Probably because I'm awful at stuff like this. Ow. Punch, punch, kick, kick, sweep. Punch. Ow. Punch, air jab. Air jab. And this is what me playing fighting games is like. I get punch, I get kick, and I get jump. And that guy... I am now a chocobo. Awesome. Oh, this is interesting. I have to admit, I like the sort of comic book backgrounds meets cel-shaded look. It feels like I'm almost playing Jet Set Radio as a fighting game or something. That's pretty cool. Punch, punch, jab, kick. Oh, stop blocking. You're not helping my case of not being good at fighting games if you keep blocking. Ow. Sweep. Oh, punch, punch. I'm sure anyone who actually plays fighting games that watches this is just shaking their head in rage with how bad I am at this. I'll take Chun-Li over here. Holy crap, that is in fact actually Chun-Li. I was being facetious. That really is Chun-Li. Like the stance and everything. Well, there's got freaking Troa's ground roll kick thingy from Street Fighter 3. And a fireball, apparently. Ow. Ow, stop it. Look, haven't you proven how bad I am at fighting you in Street Fighter? Why do you have to show me up here? Trash. I think this is going to end very shortly. Sweep, punch. Sweep. Oh, stop fireballing. Oh well. Shit. I never could beat Chun-Li. Chun-Li and Guile. And Blanca. And Bison. And Zangief. And literally freaking everyone in Street Fighter. I'm just terrible at fighting games. Haha. Oh. Punch. This is neat. I mean, I'm awful at it, but... Ow. Stop doing that. Ow. Oh. Yeah, she literally is Chun-Li and Troa combined. Shit. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of this chapter. On to the next. And for the final chapter, we have the magical witch girl Cotton, apparently. I think this was a Super Nintendo game, actually. Thunder, Twinkle Star. What do I want? I'll take the first one, sure. And this would be a shmup series, if I'm correct. I think it had a Super Nintendo one that was super... no, not Super Nintendo, Genesis. That was super expensive, and it was like a Space Harrier type game. And I like this. It's pretty. Oh crap, I'm dead. Looks like it's very much a sprite-based hitbox, which works out well for me, because that's what makes sense to me. I never understood that bullet grazing stuff, so I started out, my first shmup was Fantasy Zone. Actually, it was a sequel, but in that game, your hitbox is your entire sprite, so I never got this whole bullet grazing stuff. It just never made sense that you can get hit, but you don't get hit, so feel free to get hit, just don't get hit. That never made sense to me. I like the bright, colorful visuals. This is very much kind of reminiscent of Fantasy Zone. Oh, neat. I can swap out their styles. Kind of Gradius-ish. Or actually, it reminds me a little bit of Musha. Oh, and it's got that power-up bouncing nonsense from Twin B. I never got that. I never could figure out how the power-ups worked in Twin B. Like, you shoot them and they bounce back and then they upgrade, which is cool, but I would like to continue. But I always ended up like either waiting too long or just getting points and never actually getting any power-ups in Twin B. I was really bad at Twin B. And I want to rescue this fairy, and she'll get added to my fairy harem of fairy witch fighting force power. Go. This was a budget title, whereas all the others were 600 yen. This one was 300. And it was either this or one of the simple series, because they have like an entire list of budget titles, which worked out well because I couldn't afford another full price PS1 game. And this looks pretty good. I think a few of the simple series on there were like visual novel type stuff or puzzle stuff where you really need to understand the language, so I'd have been screwed. So I'm kind of glad I picked this, because this at least I can wrap my head around a little bit. Okay, this is straight out of Fantasy Zone 3 on the Sega Genesis, fighting a giant pumpkin. Except this one appears to be much easier. I wonder if that's like a bomb, or if that's just a... I think that is a bomb, and it just has a crazy amount of lasting or something. Lightning! Way more useful than the Final Fantasy lightning. Tea time! Sweet! Power up things. Maybe it's just points, I don't know. This is cool. I like this. It's fairly simple, but pretty cool. I think overall this little excursion into the Japanese PSN has been quite fruitful. I've got at least 3 games I found really fun. Panzer Bandit, LSD, and whatever the balls that second one I played that was kind of like Power Stone. Those were all really fun. Slap Happy Rhythm Busters Turbo Alpha Plus Plus B-Spec was... I could see having a lot of fun with that. I'm just not that big into fighting games, so it would take me understanding the mechanics a little better to have a lot more fun with it. And honestly, I couldn't tell you if it was all that good of a fighting game because I have no perspective. And Cotton wasn't too bad. I think it was one of the weaker of my purchases, but I'm having fun with all of them, so who knows, maybe I'll do this thing again where if I actually run into some money, purchase another yen card and try and pick another random mishmash of PSN. Excuse me. PSN titles. But I hope you enjoyed this little experiment of random crazy Japanese things that we didn't get in North America. And I'll see you next time.